Hey guys, RunBuck with RunBuck on Games. Got another war recap for you, this time versus Beastly Clique. And play the trumpets. There are no trumpets. This is a low budget operation. We are clan level 11 because you can see here we made it 85-56. So I guess it's representative of probably half the wars you face in Clan Wars where it's kind of a mismatch. This was one of those. Not so much in terms of town hall count. I mean, we had a really good performance from our town hall 10s in terms of 3-star rate, and we had a 3-star at town hall 11. So I think it was just in terms of their base structures. They need to work on those a little bit. But let's take a look at some of the attacks and see if there's something exciting. The first one, since like I said, we'll focus this episode mostly on town hall 11 and town hall 10. So first, let's take a look at Nordar's 3-star on number 3. Now, I think it was not maxed. Yep, so see the level 1 Eagle. But the heroes were maxed up, so they had that. But the base structure, it's actually not a bad base structure, so it flows pretty well for Nordar. He does a queen charge with a nice queen ability to get away from the Inferno, which worked well for him. And oh my, and then a big old line deploy of bowlers. Interesting. I'd be interested to hear Nordar's comments on if he intended to have that large flanking force on the outside, because it seems to be working for him. In that, or is it? Because really, what he's going to end up doing here is he's basically going to run the racetrack and then come back in. He's going to survive long enough. Here, we'll just turn it on and power it. Power through everything, just blowing it up. Although nice, look at the nice minion. So I take it back. Let's take a look at the time left for starters. 2:30. So he had time. So his racetrack team could have come back to get it. But interesting use. Did you see the first minion to come in to test the middle, trigger any air type mines, and then send in those other 2 minions to close out the town hall in case he didn't have time? If there had been Teslas in the middle, that wouldn't have worked at all. But for the air mines, which a lot of people just put in there, it's possible. But the interesting thing was this queen walk. As you look at that base and you think about, I get a lot of times what I'll be doing is I'll be trying to walk where I end up at the Infernos. He actually went opposite of that, walked such that his penetration was directly between the Infernos, and then he drove one lane. And his queen just happened to go one way and the other. And I think that's somewhat enabled by the multis, because his mass can basically only 5 of his mass would be under fire of the multi with other healer support, that he can survive that. And the fact that he can get the eagle down pretty early. But it's never easy. I mean, it's never easy to round the horn and get back. So not bad. Not bad. But the thing I'm debating as I look at it is, would you want to look for that as a style? Like say, well, 2 multis were going to come in at the midpoint between them at the eagle, hopefully, and then drive a lane with mass bowlers this way. And would we want ones on? I think those ones that went to the outside really weren't critical to the success, because as you watch them move along, they're not really taking out things that his internal team couldn't get to, except for this thing right here, but he could get that with a minion. So yeah, but not bad. Not bad. Sometimes it's easier just to not be fancy and have a failure. Because see, the fancy attacks, like that's more of just like a keep it basic, hit it with a bunch of force, see if that can roll. Versus the fancy attacks, which have a lot of like moving pieces that have to come together at the right timing. If they don't, then it's just like, and it just goes to out. It doesn't matter, right? Brute force attacks get a little more leeway, but not bad, Nordar. Not bad. He was hoping for a good war, and he got it here. I think of his 4 attacks, he has a Town Hall 10 as well. He had Three 2-stars or 3 3-stars at Town Hall 10 and 1 at Town Hall 11. So let's look at his, since I'm talking about him, let's look at his other 2-star. Here's the 2 Town Hall. So here's his 2-2-stars at Town Hall 10, or 3 stars at Town Hall 10. Darth Carlos also had 1. So we had 3 Town Hall 10 3-stars. Maybe I'll show another one later, but let's do this one for starters, for funsies. You can see though it's a little rushed. I mean, the only 1 Inferno. Am I reading that right? Yep. On multi. So I'm going to go up 4 speed on this now that I've seen it. Because once you get that 1 multi down, the base itself is somewhat rushed, right? So the real strategy that was applied here was, I mean, good technique and fundamentals. But the key was to say, well, let's take out the Inferno as quickly as possible with our attack, and then the attack base structure itself really wasn't key to defending. And I don't know if that was the one I was supposed to show. Anyway, whoops. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, this one looks a little better. 25, 23 heroes, maxed Infernos, 1 on single. More of a classical defense base. More of the internet bases we see up in Champ and Legend. This racetrack structure. So he's made 2 penetration points. So he's going to use that to get that queen cut, basically the queen table, the table cut, as I like to call it, that now is in place. Ooh, she's under fire. I don't know if she's going to make it. Oh, yeah, she does. But will she survive through that, out of that box? I don't think she will. Wow. She's still going. Is she going to make it out of there? She will. Impressive. And then a nice king golem with Valks. Oh, well done. So Valk's in the middle. Yeah, this one is nice. This is a good attack. A lot of pieces there, a lot of patience in terms of both the queen, which ended up ultimately dying, but boy, did she get some good value. And then the king, Valk, golem. So it's a one-go king suicide with the Valk backers that took this outer edge, and then he Valked up the middle with on the Valk finger. Yes, I'm still saying Valk finger. But nicely done. Let's look at the base layout real quick on that. Pause. So what's he getting? He's coming on the CC side. He's broadsiding the Infernos, but with Valks, he's less worried about the singles as long as and that's probably why he was okay sacrificing the queen on that table cut, was that she's not going to run that channel anyway. The single would lock her and take her out probably before she got there. This narrow choke on the king, yeah, so basically he could see that, and then just to leave that finger and not really do anything in here besides wait and then push with the Valk finger up the middle. I like it. I like it. I'm going high five to Nordar. And last but not least, let's take a look at Darth Carlos's. He got 3 votes on his, and then we'll take a look at whether these were fresh attacks or not. Now see, actually here I think his baby dragon doesn't end up getting him. I think he was trying to flow the queen back into the core, and she ends up bouncing back out. But it's not critical to the attack. I mean, she gets the CC, which I guess is the ultimate goal for her. But ideally, you would want her to go back in. She ends up flipping around and going outside. Unless it was a time issue, because then she is helping out. Actually, I take it back. I don't know if that was planned, though, because with that baby drag, it ended up working for him, though, because the queen went around outside. He's got access to everything on the base, because anything from the outside boxes here is 2-shot in. Oh, boy. How much time did he have left there? Let's look again at the time. Oh, he had 14 seconds. But yeah, so to actually purposely let the queen walk the outside, could he have recognized that she would walk pretty far? I guess with the, well, one, the Infernos are in, so the healers are never going to be stopped, right? So the heal support's going to be consistent. The air sweepers are, really the air sweepers won't take you out. You trigger the CC, which she did. So yeah, so leaving her outside to walk the outer edge is not a bad idea under healer support. Because there's never any, usually it takes 3 buildings, 3 defenses on her at once to overwhelm the healer support. So you see there that really it's kind of staggered, where never really gets a bunch of them on her at once because of all the expos being so inside. So then the push with the mass bowlers does a really good job off jump because she can get access to all this. Then the bowler push has access to everything. Well, actually everything right here, which then gives it Chuck access to everything here, as long as it can survive through that. Did it have, I was curious if it had any, no. So golem support or anything? Let's look at it real fast. I was curious on what was in the CC. I'm assuming it's bowlers. No. So Valk penetration, yep, bowlers out of CC. Just had really nice bowler penetration into the mid, all working together. For those of you at Town Hall 10, bowlers will work. So that's our third attack. So then our bonus round, everybody voted on my attack with my baby Town Hall 9, Rhyhorn. Check this out. Pure awesome. I think it says it all. So right here, I'm going to basically deploy everything I have in my inventory bar as fast as I can. I tried to make sure I covered all the base with rage because, hey, you know, we got to make sure. Something could come up to take that out. I think I set a time record. I think that was like 53 seconds. So if you can do an attack on Town Hall 5 in 53 seconds or less in clan war setting, and look at this CC, you got to take on at least 3 wizards. Maybe you can take my title. We'll put you on the leaderboard as fastest attack. All right, that does it though. So JTJ now makes level 11. Not that we care that much because we don't war 724. And it was a good attack, good war. I wasn't happy with my attacks, but it was good to see Nordar and the Town Hall 10s get some 3 stars. We'll have to keep building on that. Talk to you guys later. What am I gonna do? My clan sucks. Hey, it's JTJ.
I think that's an all-out attack.
No, it's the legendary JTJU. JTJU. What? I like Rhyhorn. You and this army. Download Clash of Clans for free. Then subscribe to JTJU and win.